You may be tempted to associate this sort of painting with watercolors, but you would be mistaken. These men painted with oil. Starting a war to fight injustice is like killing a crow to fight death. Is like children crowding around a man handing out brightly colored pills that taste chalky, oily. On the 4th of August, 1863, Edouard Manet receives a package from the Reverend Charles Dodgson, a mirror upon whose glass are transcribed the words, "C'est celui." Manet paints a series of still lifes incorporating the mirror. What Manet sees cannot be known, but his paintings reveal differences between objects and their reflections that one would not expect from a mirror. While he paints, young girls collect on the sidewalk outside his Paris studio. His crows are not the crows of Arles. They are little geishas in black kimonos. The great experiment in democracy is falling apart. Europe is unsure whom to root for. They have difficulty defining success. It is said that a man looking too long into a mirror will see his father. A man has his own history, the ticking off of decades, a mirror to the life of a century. Marie Bernhardt looks for Manet's face at the window, sees Sarah's instead. She is entering the decade that he is leaving. Dodgson, too, is losing this decade, excised from his diaries, given to Lewis Carroll, Alice Liddell, and Edouard Manet, who sneaks into a garden before dawn and paints his own light on the flowers. During this period, the common mirror is adjusted and refined to adjust and refine the reality within it. One result is the camera. Unsure of their new power, photographers make images that look like paintings. Manet, meanwhile, creates paintings that look like photographs. Will you kindly name a day when I could fetch my pet Enid? I should prefer dinner and evening. It would be much more leisurely and comfortable than tea. Would this be possible? And would it be de rigueur that there should be a third to dinner? Tête-à-tête is so much the nicest. Girl. Curl. Carol. Carol. Tête-à-tête. Mano a mano. Manet. Man. It is said that a man looking too long into a refined, adjusted mirror will see the death of his father. This is merely a side effect of one of the greatest periods of innovation in the history of mankind. Manet is not feeling well. They say he has the lover's disease, his father's disease. As rebels invade his state, Edwin Drake drills for a deeper oil, beneath the Seneca oil, the snake oil, oil for healing. He wants oil for light. If a mirror is properly adjusted and refined, a man can see a round world. A man can see the cellular equivalence of all life. What else can be communicated by a mirror? A girl standing behind the bar is not quite meeting your gaze, as though you were photographing her. Her reflection has moved violently to her left. A man is looking into her.
Monsieur Manet, s'il vous plaît, puis-je entrer?
The children of dead rebels take to playing a variant of tag called Manet May I. The cowboy tradition begins. It will become extremely popular in France. In spite of the white hat worn by the new Rome, riding in the black water of conquered cities, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. Oil carried in metal containers to fields of light. A naked child explains from inside her photograph that she once represented innocence.